A seasoned education official is shot dead in his own home in what initially appeared to be a robbery. His daughter, who was initially considered a key witness, told police how armed men forced her into the house and killed her father. But as investigators dug deeper, a very different story began to emerge, one that would expose betrayal, superstition, and murder for hire. This is the story of Dr. Malikutu Johannes Metlapi. Let's get into it. Dr. Malikutu Johannes Metlapi was a 56-year-old education specialist from Mankweng in the Limpopo province. He was a widower and father to two adult children, 28-year-old daughter Mologadi Metlapi and son Manake Sophonia Metlapi. At the time of his death, Dr. Malikutu Metlapi was employed as a circuit manager in the Department of Basic Education, particularly working in Circuit 3, which is within the Capricorn South District. He had begun his career as a teacher and later rose through the ranks due to his passion for both education and leadership. In 2011, he obtained a master's degree in educational leadership from UNISA, and 10 years later, in 2021, he obtained his PhD in the same discipline from the same institution. As a circuit manager, he oversaw dozens of primary and high schools and was also head of exams and assessments in the cluster. At his funeral, colleagues praised his role in improving matric outcomes in the province. Dr. Metlapi was a loving husband and father. In his PhD thesis, he acknowledged his wife and children for the support they had given him, writing, "From the bottom of my heart, I thank my wife, Kobela Polina Nima Tole, for believing in me, my lovely children, daughter Mologadi Nonoza Magdalene, son Manake Sophonia Shimi Caswell, who are always my inspiration, for being my pillar of strength and persevering the unimaginable loneliness that was dictated by this research project." On the night of the 28th of December 2023, Dr. Metlapi was asleep in his bedroom at his home in Mankweng Zone 1 when armed men entered his house. His daughter Mologadi told police that she was returning from a function when she encountered the attackers at the gate. She stated that they forced her into the house at gunpoint and proceeded to ambush her father in his bedroom where he was sleeping, demanding money and valuables. After that, they shot him multiple times and fled the scene, taking his cell phone and other belongings. Initially treated as a brutal home invasion, the investigation quickly began to reveal disturbing inconsistencies in Mologadi's account. Through a joint operation by the SAPS Murder Robbery Unit, the Limpopo Provincial Tracking Team, as well as private security companies, the investigation led to the arrest of two suspects in Zibidiela about 2 weeks after the murder on the 13th of January 2024. Zibidiela is also in the Limpopo province. In fact, I talk about Zibidiela in the case about the murders of the mother and grandmother of actress Amanda Manku. The two initially arrested suspects were 42-year-old Michael Sello Molongwane and 34-year-old Tsepo Gabriel Ranot. Molongwane was found in possession of a 9mm pistol with a filed-off serial number. However, ballistic testings would later confirm that this was the same weapon that had been used to kill Dr. Metlapi. This is where the case began to unfold, leading to the arrest of two other suspects in Mankweng 2 days later, on the 15th of January 2024. The victim's daughter Mologadi Metlapi and her aunt, 34-year-old school principal Mahlodi Melita Matole, were both arrested. In addition, police also recovered a Ford Ranger, which was believed to have been used in the commission of the murder. The final accused person, fifth person added to the list of accused, was 34-year-old Tlhologelo Tlas Mogotlane, a traditional healer who was arrested shortly after the others. Initially, when she was arrested, Mologadi applied for bail, denying any wrongdoing with her father's death. Her bail, as well as the bail applications of the other accused, were all denied, and Mologadi was later advised by her legal counsel to confess and plead guilty based on the amount of overwhelming evidence against her and the other accused. Mologadi then made a confession, revealing that after her mother's death, she was so distraught that she sought to consult with a Sangoma to understand the cause of her mother's death. It has not been revealed exactly when Mologadi's mother died. However, based on the acknowledgement in her father's thesis, which was made in 2021, we can deduce that her mother died after 2021 or perhaps later in 2021. Therefore, Mologadi consulted with a Sangoma to understand the cause of her mother's death, and it was during that consultation that Mogotlane prophesied that Mologadi's father, Dr. Metlape, was the one who killed Mologadi's mother using witchcraft. He then also prescribed his own muti for Mologadi to use in order to cause her father's death. However, this did not work. Frustrated that her father was not dying, Mologadi consulted her aunt, convincing her that her father had caused her mother's death and therefore he needed to be eliminated. And the two women agreed and sought the assistance of two hitmen, Molongwane and Ranoto, promising them 200,000 for their role in the murder, 100,000 each. Mologadi planned to obtain this money from her father's pension as well as other policies. The plan was very simple. Mologadi would meet the attackers outside the gate. She would open the gate for them, open the door, and direct the hitman to her father's bedroom, where she knew he would be alone and sleeping. If you're intrigued by my storytelling, please remember to like this video. It is one of the best ways that you can support this channel, along with watching the ads. Also, please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. Because Mologadi confessed and pleaded guilty, she did not go to trial. On the 11th of June 2025, the Polokwane High Court sentenced her to life in prison for murder and an additional 15 years for robbery with aggravating circumstances. These sentences are to run concurrently, which essentially means she's only sentenced to life in prison, which in South Africa means she could be eligible for parole in about 15 to 20 years. The remaining four accused, Matole, who is Mologadi's aunt, Mogotlane, who is the Sangoma, Molongwane and Ranoto, the two hitmen, all pleaded not guilty. They are currently awaiting trial. So their trial was split. They could not be tried together because Mologadi pleaded guilty and the others pleaded not guilty. And therefore, their trial has been postponed and they are facing charges of conspiracy to commit murder, robbery with aggravating circumstances, and possession of unlawful firearms. And it remains to be seen when they will go to trial. After Mologadi's sentencing, her legal representative announced that she is going to be appealing the life sentence, indicating that, she had admitted her wrongdoing, which her lawyer stated that they do not condone. However, they believe that the court ought to apply mercy. After all, Mologadi is only 28 years old, and it's not fair that she should spend the rest of her life behind bars, adding that the only reason why they pled guilty was because they understood the weight of the evidence against her. But in all fairness, they want to appeal so that she is not given a life sentence. Meanwhile, the Motlape family and the Mankweng community must come to terms with a devastating truth. The death of a widely respected educator was not the result of a random violence, but a betrayal rooted deep within his own family. What are your thoughts on this very intriguing case where a daughter kills her own father because a Sangoma has told her that her father has bewitched and killed her mother? Please let me know what you think in the comments section. I always look forward to your perspectives and the types of debates that happen in the comments section. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.